Hello, my name's Rob Williams and I'm the Technical and Training Manager for GateSafe, and today I'd like to talk to you about sliding gates. There are lots of different types of sliding gates: cantilevers, tracked ones with all sorts of amounts of posts and structures. But normally the open and close positions of automated sliding gates is determined by either limit switches that are activated by a flag on the gate, or sometimes even encoders. But what happens if that goes wrong? Say, for example, the limit actuator flag falls off the gate, so there's nothing to hit the switch on the back of the motor. It's really important that we've got strong physical end stops at either end of its travel to stop the thing from potentially going too far, because otherwise it could carry on rolling past its supports and have nothing holding it up. So we can do simple things such as putting a Tek screw through the actuator flag to hold it onto the gate securely, rather than just relying on the grub screws. And also, as far as the end stops go, it's really imperative that we make sure that they're actually strong enough to overcome the forces of the gate when it hits it and they stay in place. And also make sure that they're tall enough or wide enough to ensure that the gate cannot override or miss them on either side. Now, it's not just about gates over travelling that's a problem. Sometimes they can have a single point failure with the structures and actually fall over sideways. There's a very common type of sliding gate assembly that relies on a single post that has a roller assembly that comes off the side that then sits in a channel on the back of the gate. You've got a track at the bottom with some V-wheels on the gate, and that's how the gate slides backwards and forwards. But if you think about that scenario, that entire gate is being held up by one nylon roller assembly that's held on by a nut and a bolt. What happens if something goes wrong with that? Because being that the gate is only being supported by one post, if something does go wrong, the gate could potentially fall flat on the pavement outside. So on all types of sliding gates, it's really important that we make sure that we have got structures either side, so that if something does go wrong due to a single point failure with the suspension mechanisms, that there's something there that's going to stop the gate from falling flat onto the deck. One further thing that's worth mentioning is the possibility of derailment with track sliding gates. Sometimes all it can take is for the V-wheel to hit some debris on the track and can eject off the track. And again, if the gate only has one support post on one side, the gate could walk away sideways and then fall back in on itself, therefore ending up on the ground again. So this is why we do advocate, if at all possible, using a proper goalpost or portal assembly to hold the gates up. So then there is absolutely no chance of the gate breaking free. One other thing to mention about over travel is that we can help out by making sure that the racking length on the gate is suitable. If at all possible, make sure that the racking only just extends past the pinion in both the opening and close positions, so that if the gate does try to drive too far in one direction, the racking will run out of pinion and therefore lose its drive.